Hey there, folks. This is Stefan Surratt. I've got a Kickstarter coming out on Tuesday called the Technomancer Candy Mountain, and we're doing a compressed 2-hour version of that adventure tonight. There's also some other stuff in the Kickstarter. If you're there day one, you get a free patch that says "No WotC, no Masters," so that's pretty cool. Um, but tonight I'm doing that. We got some great guests. Let's start with Nick. I think most folks who watch Goodman Games know who you are, but tell them anyway.
Hi. Yeah, I am Nick from Breaker Press Games, and yeah, I am here playing a Sentinel named Grolin Cane Watcher, and I am ready to take down Candy Mountain.
Sounds good. Russell, how about you?
Yeah, hi, I'm Russell. I'm Russell in the Woods on Discord. I will be playing a manimal named Gills Silvertail tonight. And I'm ready to guzzle chocolate.
Oh, there's gonna be plenty of that. You're gonna just rivers of it. All right, and Bosun, how about you?
Hey, I'm Bosun. I'm also known as a typical breakfast in many social media. Today I'm playing a juice drinker named Yon Simpatico, and he's here to, experience the local fauna, experience the local
Mm-hmm.
decents, speaking local cuisines, just experiences.
Good. And Matt.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Matt, also known as Grape Ape on the social media scene. I own and operate Split Party Games. I do some customer service for Goodman Games. I host a show with Stefan and another show doing some DCC live play. So you can usually find me hanging around. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Tuwak, the Tree Tender, who is a Sweetie class.
That's right. So he's a little candy person. What kind of candy person are you, by the way? It's on that character sheet somewhere up top.
Is a donut.
Okay, so you're a little donut guy. Yeah, the I made some genotypes in this thing. So you could be a donut, you could be a little milkshake lad, you could be a jawbreaker or a peanut brittle lady.
I'm
There.
fine with. I love donuts, so
All right.
I'm gonna be a strawberry filled donut.
Yeah, and Bosun, he's got the Jungle Juice drinker, which is a another special class that's going to be in Marvels of the Multiverse, a little zine that's also coming out on my Kickstarter. Um, but as this is a 2-hour version, don't worry that much about spoilers. They'll be there, but this is like a big 32-page adventure, so we're bypassing a whole big chunk of that page count to bring it to you in 2 hours. Um, we'll start. Matt, your character, the little donut, he's come down from the mountain. Let's say that you guys we're journeying up to the mountain. You met him halfway. Um, the rest of you guys, you'd been in some village recently trading some barrels of jelly beans and stuff because you're like, oh man, this processed sugar stuff. I don't know what that word processed really means. Um, but this stuff is great. And you found some candy hearts mixed in there, must have been accidentally included. They said little things on them like, help us. They steal our milk. They grind our hooves. And you were really concerned. Also a little interested in this candy trade. There's other people doing it. Um, Up on the mountain, you what you guys do know is there's this actually operating factory that churns out candy, and it's run by this guy named Wazza Wilder. So you've gone up there, and let's everyone roll a d7. You guys know a little something in addition, and Matt, whenever you're if something pops up for you in addition, where you're like, I've been native to this region, I know what's up. Just ask, and I'll tell you. You'll probably know
I
something at least.
I've changed my name. I've changed my filling, I guess, to one of those blueberry crunchy ones. Because
Yeah.
those blueberry, glazed ones. Those are the best. But I got a 3 on the D7 stuff.
So you know that milk chocolate is a brand new product. They've had dark chocolate before, but now there's extra milk in them. They're much sweeter and they're like, the choice new thing coming out of the factory. Um, it's mostly sweeties outside. They've got these actual chocolate cows. Um, But they don't do much trade with the candy factory because there's a not a good relationship between the Sweetie folk and Was a Wilder's corporation there.
Was a Wilder. We're gonna take him down. He's depressing us. Well, our sweeties are coming up missing. I need your help.
All right, what did someone else roll on that D7 rumors?
I wrote a 5.
5. All right. You've heard that Was a Wilder. He's ruled the Candy Mountain for longer than anyone can remember. Even grandmas. She goes, yeah, my grandma. He was ruling it then too. The oldest lady you can find will tell you that.
Whoa, well, I don't know what's been going on recently, but last time I checked, my mama's my grandma has been friends with Wilder, or at least she says she is. She says he's been a swell guy. So if this is the case, then we gotta go in there and fix something. And so I really want to taste. Really want to get a taste of that new chocolate and milk chocolate thing that he's got. He says under his breath.
Yeah, candy must be good for your lifespan.
Oh,
Yeah. Nick, how about you?
I rolled a 5 as well.
We'll bump you up to a 6. You've heard that the region is more candified than it used to be. Even the dirt itself tastes a bit like chocolate.
That sounds
and
delightful, but I'm also offended.
But don't worry, it's just dirt. It naturally goes there. So that chocolate dirt is vegan. And Russell, how about you? Watch that mute.
Yes, indeed. I got a 7 for Gills.
All right. The region, it's mostly peaceful. Very, very few in the wandering monster category, except for that huge candy dragon that flies through the cotton candy clouds. That's some trouble. So
Keep our eyes on the ground then and eat more dirt.
mm-hmm. But we got Matt, what's your new name? You said you were changing your name, but you told us what type of new donut you were, but not the name. Mic check.
Still the name is Twak. I was gonna play a
Okay.
rover, so I was going through Famous Thieves, and it was Twak Perosia. But since we went with the candy class, it's just Twak the tree tender.
All right. Well, you've got your opinions about Was a Wilder. You have managed. You've got some resistance connections. There is a growing resistance there. They don't get a whole lot done, but the sentiment's there for sure. There's been protests. You've managed to swipe away from, someone traded this and that, a golden ticket, and you've, met these folks. You think that they can help you out, and you've heard of all the things they've done. They've done a few things. They must have just get up to level 3 and still be alive. There's probably a few folks like them who didn't survive and get up to level 3. But here you are, and you've got that golden ticket. So, theoretically, you can get them on that factory tour.
He's a tyrant. He's a tyrant, I tell you. And I've got the golden ticket. But I'm hiring you because I need to get in there and I need strong backup like you guys.
Do we get the guzzle chocolate? Then I'm in.
Well,
Golden
as long
ticket.
as you're not tyrants, once we usurp him, you can take over the whole factory.
Even better, I can own the chocolate. I'm in. Golden ticket me.
yeah. Jan just takes out his portable blender, his hand powered blender. Is just like, I'm ready.
Brolin, on the other hand, is here's about wanting to have all the chocolate. It's like, no, we are going to share the means of production.
Candy production. As a side, every time I run this adventure, all my players turn into socialists. It happens every time. Maybe this will. Last time I ran it, illusory Karl Marx did make an appearance. Thank you, illusion generation ability. But Tuwak, you got the golden ticket. You take them through this shanty town. Everyone, you take them past a giant bobblehead of Was a Wilder, well-dressed man, very tall, big top hat. you up at life-size bobblehead up at the entrance of town, down this row of shanties. There's drunk little green and orange people. Get down to a plaza that you have to walk past. There's another statue of this was a Wilder there. You see there's like a water fountain down in the plaza, or you think it's a water fountain at first, and one guy puts this little like plastic rectangle in a hole, and out of like was a Wilder's hat that he's like holding out the statue, it squirts out, and you can smell the fragrance of whiskey. Squirts out right out of there. There's a whiskey fountain in the middle of town, and the guy fills up this guy's cup, and he walks off. It looks like he's had a long day of work. He's sweating and he looks tired, but he's happy to have that. You guys don't have any of those though. And Tuwak is quite adamant about ignoring all that, the temptations of was a Wilder, and that there'll be plenty of candy. You guys make it to this licorice bridge. There's and actually, could we put up the map of Candy Mountain for a moment, Elena?
Don't pay attention to whiskey. That's how he keeps us oppressed. He keeps our senses dulled. I'll treat you all to a chocolate milkshake afterwards.
That's how they
All right.
control you.
Inch away. I was about to just dip my blender into the whiskey, but I inched away.
Oh, it dries up. It only squirts for a moment, and that guy fills up his cup. You get like one drop.
Oh, good. Yeah. I smell it. Ah, yes.
I'm in for the shake. I'm here for the shake. Salamander dancing, waiting for the shake.
All right, but yeah, you guys go up. There's these aubergine domes that interconnect on an island that rests on the other side of a molasses-colored moat. There's a licorice rope bridge that connects the island to the rest of the land. The beginning of the bridge is flanked by a twin gumball sphinxes who remain perfectly still. But when you guys get up next to them, they don't move, but a kind of like slightly distorted, tinny voice emanates, echoing from them and goes, "Yes, who is it? If you are a worker, you are late for your shift and therefore penalized a day's work. You may show up tomorrow."
But there was a golden dragon attack, a candy dragon. We couldn't get here on time.
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Wait, I have the golden ticket.
You see a pair of like gumballs inside of this like gumball sphinx head kind of rotate and go, so you do. All right. 4 of you. Okay. All right. Yes, we can accommodate a tour today. You will have to turn in your ticket once you come inside. Please cross the bridge and come in. And there's like a little zapping for a moment, and you kind of see the bridge goes like taut, and you guys are able to cross over, should you choose to. Of course, there's a whole molasses moat there.
It was loose, dangly licorice before, and then it went rigid.
It went rigid, yes.
Okay, that's just visualizing. I will cross the bridge.
All right. Our sentinel leads in bravery.
I walk over to the moat, look over it,
Mhm.
and cautiously peek over. Maybe looking for something to sample to put into the blender. But
Yeah, you could like reach your blender down, scoop up some molasses for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go do that.
A little bit off, like it's not going to be a concern right now, but there are some very large bird-like animals. They're yellow, look like large yellow birds. They like duck their heads underwater to nibble on things below, and they've got these big beaks, but you see they've also got like really strong, like shiny, pointy teeth as well.
Well, I want to be trying very sneaky when I do this, so they just notice me, and then
Okay.
I'll follow the crowd. I'll follow the rest of the group.
All right.
Tickets are legit. I'm going, and Gills will cross. His prehensile tail, he's going to scrape some licorice off the bridge as he goes by and stick it in his mouth to make sure it's actually licorice.
You kind of like the rope kind of almost laughs for a second, and you can see like some of the licorice bridge. It looks like it's actually like interwoven licorice, like snake heads you see, and you kind of wonder about if you crossed it without, getting some kind of permission, what might happen. But you get like a little bit of I don't know, licorice scales off of them. That flavor is there.
So
Satisfied.
how refined is this molasses? Is it light molasses? Is it blackstrap molasses?
It's not. This isn't refined. You think it's watered down for sure. This is definitely water mixed with molasses.
Okay.
It's still pretty thick though. You think it would be difficult to swim. Um, yeah. You guys, get inside. You're eating. You're already getting your taste in. Um, Factory entrance. There's these big double doors. They open up, reveal this huge domed room, but it's made to feel really small. There's these many elevated tiers of workspaces and network of clear tubes that run all around the room, um, and all the way from like the lowest desk to the highest ceiling. There are these factory workers, the UMPs, these green haired and orange skinned people. They're short. You guys are, for the most part, the tallest people around. They're like 3 to 4 feet tall. But they are sent candy through the tubes to the desk where they sit, give the candy a single lick, wrap it up, send it in another tube, which transports it out of the room. And but this green-skinned and semi-transparent woman steps forth to greet you. She kind of gestures toward the shimmering archway that occupies part of the entry hall and says, welcome, please step through our security checkpoint. And oh, and may I have that golden ticket?
I brandish the golden ticket and I say, I was hoping I might be able to keep it as a souvenir. It's so special to me. And I'm trying to look really cute here, Stefan.
Okay.
So there is I think with the character class, there's a cuteness die, right? Tell me
Yeah.
what this cuteness die does.
So you get anytime you could use your cuteness to your advantage, you can make a check. So if you're trying to convince her this, be a personality check. And if you want that check to be higher, make sure you've described it in a pretty cute way, or you can add a little cute flair onto it and roll your cuteness die. And
Okay.
it functions a lot like the thief die. And you just right now at level 3, it's a D5, and you can add, 1 D5 or 3 D5, and it's going to cost you 1 luck or 3 luck, etc.
Oh, all right. Okay then. So I am going to kind of kick one foot behind my other foot and kind of lean to my side with my head tilted. And I'm going to be like, I was really hoping I could hold on to it because I was going to frame it and hang it onto the wall and show my little donut holes back home that I don't break character, that I got to go into the factory. And give her a little wink at the end, maybe.
All
That
right.
is 4 on the dice, which is not great. And I only used one of the. Can I use another one after? I forgot to call
Yeah,
my name.
it can be at. You don't have to use the cuteness before. You can use them after.
All right. So let's use 2 more. So we got a 4 on the dice. Plus 4 is 8. Plus 1 for my mod is 9. Plus 5 is 14. Then I'm going to use 1 more. Plus another 5.
Oh man.
So I think 19 total.
Wow. Yeah, you see she kind of got this frown at first, but she just can't help. She's really trying to hide a smile. She's like, okay, but I have to stamp it. She gets a little stamp out. It's big, gives you everyone's familiar with that dead stamp ka-chunk sound. It's just like that. But she lets you keep it. And he
Right.
goes, but please do come through the security checkpoint here. There's a lot of dangerous things out there that people find, just buried out, people leaving who knows what buried from who knows when. So please come through, and it's going to make sure you don't have anything, bad on you.
Speaking of which, while this distraction is happening, is there
Mhm.
anybody like walking by with a cart or anything that I can slip my force baton onto so that I don't have to go through the thing with my force baton?
Yeah, there's like one like supervisor who's like walking around, like looking, making sure everyone's doing their work. You could probably slip it on, or maybe if you wanted to, you could probably like try to just stand by him and walk around the security checkpoint. Um, while they have it, there's only like one, it's only the one person, the your tour guide Scraps here is her name, who's actually like really watching you guys.
Okay. Well, yeah, I definitely want to get my force baton through the
Mhm.
gate. So whatever seems like the most convenient
Sure.
way of
Yeah, make
maneuvering.
me I guess just an agility check because you're the Sentinel. You don't have any special sneaking skills, right?
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, well, yeah, you I don't know, you probably just like nonchalantly whistle and walk around and it just works perfectly. That's what it probably sounds like.
All right. I'll take it.
Hmm.
All right, how about are other folks going through, or we could say while Twalk here is chatting and being so gosh darn
Yeah.
cute, maybe other folks could try to get around too.
Yeah. Jan is gonna try to just like, slowly, it's like just basically sneak past without it. I think he's gonna try. I'm not sure he's
Okay,
gonna be very effective. He'll try.
sure.
Not very good at sneaking. Um, yeah, I think he's gonna try to sneak his bag through. He's gonna just try to like put it on the ground and like kick it like through while nobody's looking, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll see.
That sounds more like you're just make a. Do you want to make an agility check and try to roll high, or do you want to make a luck check and try to roll low? Because it sounds like there's a pretty equal level of skill and just hoping for the best going on.
Well, actually, no, you know what? So for my juice drinking stuff,
Mhm.
I rolled a bunch of random mutations, and one of them is empathy.
Okay.
I am going to pull out my flask, um, and sniff it, and just like shrug. Like, well, got a free game, and then just like down that bottle. Um, and I'm assuming I'm just gonna like roll it. I'm not sure how we want to play that. Like,
Sure. Well, just roll a d5 to see like how well you kind of made that concoction.
okay, uh, it's a 3.
3. Okay, so how about we say
And
let
I
me
can
reach
roll
down
with
and grab my MCC core rulebook.
yeah, I can roll for the actual mutation itself.
Sure. It is a mental mutation, of course it is. Um, such the right. Let's say yeah, just roll a d20 and we'll
Mhm.
say at a 3,
Okay.
you can get the minimum level, the minimum success at least because you already succeeded on your d5 roll, but
Okay. That's great.
higher, I would say it'd be a d20 roll and you could add
All
a
right.
+1 result level
That's
to.
3.
Mhm.
I rolled a 14 total. So
Okay, so you can mentally sense the primary emotional state of one target
that's a
sentient
memo.
and truth.
Yeah. What is she feeling? I guess what is her primary sense?
Um, right now, Scraps, you can tell that she is uh, not what she certainly has, or you guys certainly have her attention. She has this like big feeling of pride. She's taught, stamped this thing. She started talking to Twalk about the tour and how great it's going to be. And you can tell she just actually has this huge sense of pride about her job. I mean, you can see that she's like a translucent woman. There's like some like weird wires and like parts inside of her. You think she's just kind of one of those funky smart metal people. So that's probably just how she's supposed to be.
Oh. All right. Well, shoot. I was hoping I can control her feelings. I guess what I'm going to do is okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to basically try my luck at talking to her. I'm going to say like, oh, I've always been very, very interested in how professional uh the standards here for the hospitality division of this company. And while I was doing that, I'm basically trying to like hand my parcel of goods of equipment behind her as I like try to
Okay.
sweet talk her and
All
try to
right.
appease to her professionalism and her pride.
Sure. Make an agility check.
Okay. That's gonna be fun. Oh, 14.
Okay, yeah, you do it, and it
Whew.
works. You distract her. It's going super well. No issues. She is just like, oh, you're gonna love it. We're gonna get on the
Uh-huh.
boat, and it's gonna be
Uh-huh.
great.
Wow. That's great. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, Russell. How about your character?
Well, she was talking about dangerous people with dangerous things. Gil's, it's obviously not him, so he's just gonna cruise on through. Just,
All right. Do you have any artifacts?
I do not.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then nothing happens. You're
Uh,
good. I know one of the pre-gens had a cybernetic heart. That might have caused issues if you'd chosen that one.
Uh,
Um.
I'm gonna go through,
All right.
and I do have things that might set off the thing.
All right. You have some artifacts?
I'm gonna go through, and is a metal detector. Does my hammer go off?
Your hammer doesn't go off.
And my EMP grenade?
Your EMP grenade, it's kind of you pull it out, and that kind of very light hum that it normally hums is not there at the moment. Not sure how if it's broken. Um, you can make an intelligence, or you can make an artifact check, I guess, just to or maybe you don't want to because it is an EMP grenade after all.
Yeah, I'll
But you
pass
could
on
make
that
one
one.
if you wanted to try to see how busted it
Okay.
is.
I found this on the trail on the way up here. And then I hold up my tree tap and bucket, to tap trees and get the sap out of
Mhm.
them. Are they gonna? I don't think this is dangerous, but I put it in the basket. Here's my
Oh, she's
hard
like, oh,
candy
you can keep
field.
that. It's fine. Yeah. No, that's no worries. No worries. That one's taken care of. Don't worry about that. Well, let's get on the tour, folks. Let's get on. It's time to go. And she like holds out this like bowl. It's like a candy goblet with just mixed assortment in there, and part of the floor kind of moves side to side. Um, she hits as she hits a button. Four folds back and reveals that like she's got this little desk, and it's actually the helm of a small boat that rests in a almost stagnant fudge river. That kind of looks like it's going to flow through the next big door. This room has like three other exits besides the one you came in through. Um, she gets you guys on the boat, and it does not start moving. A team of four Umpi's workers has to jump down into the fudge river. It's like chest high on them, and they just pull up ropes out of the fudge, and they have to start pulling it.
That reminds me, when we were in the room previous, I was looking around to see if there were signs of abuse, or discomfort. Was there anything that stood out to me that got my blood boiling?
The desks are very small. It's absolute like sweatshop confinement level of just like your desk. You're like shoulder to shoulder with the guy next to you. You see like one guy, his like it looks like he's got blisters on his fingers from folding candy in the same way. You see people, they've got like little, you know, old deteriorated versions of like carpal tunnel bracelets on. Someone is like he's having to like lick it 5 times the piece of candy to taste test it because his tongue is so dry. It's like it's getting like those weird wrinkles in it that you see like when a dog has a tongue too long for its mouth and it just dries out because it's hanging outside all the time. You can tell these people have been working for hours and hours, and no water bottles allowed at the workstation here.
And the lady who welcomed us was obviously fed drugs to be so happy. I mean,
or it's a machine. Yeah.
I don't get it. Why aren't they eating the fudge while they go?
Oh, that's just a quality test. That's a quality test. They're not allowed to eat while on duty. They do get a break. They can eat then. That we like to, make it a fun surprise. So it happens every 3d6 turns. They get 2 minutes.
Is the river broken? How come they have to pull us?
Um, no, it's not it's just the boat's very heavy. It's very heavy, so it works better as they pull. It's also, you know, it it's there's a demerit system here, so don't worry. It's their job, and they knew what it was going to be like today.
Punishments. I told you. See, punishments.
She takes you. Does anyone take any? She got the goblet of mixed candies. I know people have expressed
Yep.
plenty of interest.
Oh,
Yeah,
most
there's
definitely.
whatever you're trying to find, gummy worms or chocolates, whatever you're trying to look for, it's in there. Maybe not in the amounts you want, but you're gonna find a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
would
I
like to
definitely
grab
go
some.
in there. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, boss.
Oh, yeah, I just definitely grab like just first thing I grab is just like a handful of peppermints and just hard candy and just pop one in my mouth.
Oh, she's like, oh, and there'll be more soon. Even better ones. Um,
I'm gonna look for
you,
some small pink fish.
oh yeah, there's some Norwegian fish in there.
Copyright infringement.
I'm you don't know why you call them that, but they're there.
Scandinavish, yeah.
I
Um,
will eat one fish just to blend in.
and Russell is your salamander dude. What's he up
He's
to?
he grabs a chocolate with his finger, and then he does the annoying thing where his tail comes around and grabs the next chocolate with it.
Oh
He
yeah,
pops it in, and it's until all the chocolates are gone, and the only thing that's left is all the other stuff.
yeah. And in your prehensile tail is probably rifling around, touching every other piece, trying to find another chocolate. Right?
Yes, exactly, all the way to the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, I knew it. You guys are taken slowly in on your tour ride. She's like giving you the whole spiel about like, oh, candy production. The workers are great. They have so many opportunities here. And there are these like glowing pedestals that behold these immaculate specimens, a variety of candies. The northern exit in this next room is an archway of a wall mural of a candy pyramid. And high above you, there's a single Umpiz who hangs from the ceiling as he works on a painting depicting Wazza Wilder descending from the stars to bequeath a gumdrop to a naked Umpiz man. A single Umpiz custodian mops up the occasional droplet of paint.
Is the interior of the tunnel and the walls and the paint the mural, are they all candy or do they look like made out of regular building materials?
They look like they're made out of regular building materials, the stuff of the ancients. Those metals that are nigh impervious to most weapons that people are going to have.
I'm gonna ask our guide. Are we gonna get to meet Mr. Wilder? I'm
Oh,
very excited.
he's very busy today. He is rarely available to take impromptu meetings. You did have a golden ticket that does
Yeah.
get you this tour, but not a meeting, unfortunately. We do have some, if you know anyone who represents any trade consortiums, or if someone can take care of that candy dragon, then you can get a meeting.
Are there any winning tickets to get a meeting out there, like a purple ticket or a black ticket?
No, just the golden tickets for tours. We did a platinum ticket once, but only the once. We have to, you have to keep those things special.
Hmm.
That's
But there are
wrong.
many candies in here. Here, why don't you take one of you can take one, and she kind of hands out everyone like a little voucher thing. And there's some pedestals. There's 7 different pedestals in here. It goes here. You can try one of our most famous candies. We have Infinity Gobrox, Embigums, Hot Drops, Spotty Powder, Was a Wilder Vitae, Vita Was a Wilder, and some taffy.
I will try one of everything.
You only have one of those. You have to keep it special.
And I'm gonna
How
try the was a wilder wildlings.
There's the was a wilder Vita and the Vita was a wilder. They're
The
different.
the was a wilder Vita.
Okay. You go up to that. And it's basically it's a hard candy, hard caramel.
I have a question. How large
Mhm.
is the gobstopper?
You can fit it in your mouth, but it is on the big side.
I'm gonna take one of those for later.
Okay. All right. Is Twalk eating their candy?
Oh yeah.
All right. Roll a d20.
I mean, I love caramel, so I wasn't gonna eat it until you said it was a caramel, but then I was like, all right, now I get it. That's gonna be a 16.
All right. Everyone sees him. He's a big, girthy donut. He's got a lot of, he's been around. He shrinks. He gets shorter, smaller. You feel younger. You're not fresh from the bakery. But that kind of pain in your knee joints is gone away. You feel like you're a younger man, perhaps by some increment that relates to the number you rolled on that d20.
Wow, this candy is amazing.
I'll try the embigums.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Definitely
it's
gonna
a
eat it.
kind of chewing gum. You start eating it. Roll a d20 and add 3 to it.
Okay. Oh, we got a 7.
Okay. You get it and you get like 1 inch taller. Everyone, no, I'm not sure anyone notices, but you feel it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. I'm gonna see if I get anything from just giving the gobstopper a lick.
For a second, you feel completely full and satiated. There's no hunger in your belly, but it quickly fades and you're hungry again.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh,
I accept
every
this.
worker gets one of those on their first day. They're a big hit."
Gills will take a taffy.
A taffy. You go up to the taffy and put your little voucher in and make a will save when all this is happening for you.
I got a 4 plus a 3 is a 7 total.
Okay. Uh, in your mind, you hear a shout of pain, and it goes, "Please, don't do that. Help me. I've been imprisoned here for so long.
You hear that?
It's
You all hear
me,
that?
the Taffy. Was a wilder imprisoned me, and many others.
Does it have eyes?
No, that's a dead part of me, like you ripped off a finger. I'm the Taffy in the Pedestal. I have to remain in here. Your atmosphere is toxic to my very person." And it's just like you see this floating like little piece of, taffy in like, a spherical piece of glass. It's just floating in there. It
Do
undulates a
we hear
little
this
bit.
as well?
No, no, only our salamander friend.
Gills,
I'll
Gills, are you
whisper
gonna
to it.
eat it?
I'll whisper to it. Should we let you out or should we come back for you?
I poked Walker. He's talking to the candy.
Why is he talking to it?
Take me. I can show you where he is. You can overthrow this horrible tyrant. He recently kidnapped a herd of bovine manimals. That's how he makes the milk chocolate. That's how he started the milk chocolate. He milks them by force.
Gil's eyes get really big. You're all seeing him. He's just like in shock. He's looking at the pedestal. Is there any way it looks like we could knock it down, or does it look leverageable or slammable?
Maybe the candy doesn't agree with him, John.
You could probably
Well, you just wash it down with something.
you could probably do it by force. We don't have a no rover, or is No rover. That's right. Say, if someone was like that security systems expert that the rover is, they could do their thing. But by force or other cleverness, I mean, it's like the size of a normal gumdrop machine that you'd see at like the supermarket, and it's got like a spherical thing on top, so you could maybe just wrench the top out, or you're not sure, you don't think it's like bolted into the ground. Definitely be harder to just pick up and grab the whole thing and go. But you could possibly do that. It might interrupt the tour though. As you kind of contemplate that, Scraps is like, all right, let's go to the next room. You're gonna see our mixing room where we mix all our candies together.
Yeah, John. Here's
Gil's
what
gonna
makes
take a bunch of the hard candy out of the chalice or the goblet that she's holding, and just start like zinging it at the thing as they sail off. Just
Are you like trying to break the taffy container?
trying to break the taffy
gonna-
glass.
I'm gonna while this is happening at the same time, I'm gonna give one of my Scandinavian pink fish to the guy that's mopping the floor, and I'm gonna call out to the person on the ceiling painting the mural. I'm gonna be like, "You missed the horns on Wilder's head, the horns."
Stop it. Stop it. Mr. Wilwinchi does great work. He knows what he's doing.
So, talk to me about this taffy dispenser. I need more information.
Hey, we don't
Well,
know
you don't
anything.
know anything. Yeah, you don't know anything about it, except that your buddy is talking
It's
to it.
trapped. It's trapped. And you know where they got the milk chocolate? From us, from the cow people.
It's trapped so people don't steal the chocolate. Of course, the pedestal is trapped.
No,
Let's go. We're going to the next room.
We gotta get it out. We gotta get it out.
I'm already ready to drown Scraps in the fudge and release the taffy.
It's up to you, man.
We gotta make it to the end. This is a side mission.
No,
Don't
it
get
knows.
distracted.
It knows where he is.
Who? What? What are you talking about? Who knows?
How'd
the
you get so
janitor?
small? By the way, that was a guy.
The janitor knows where Wuzza is.
No, that
right.
Taffy knows where Wuzza is.
I'll hold back my anger for now.
The janitor, he's like, he's resting his chin on the mop like this. He goes, "Oh, I know where Mr. Wilder is. He's in his office. My name's Scruffy. Past the admin room." And he just points. He clearly doesn't care anything. Is just doesn't care. He clean mops things. No, that's the admin room, and there's some big doors. You'll see it. And Scraps is like, he's busy though. Stop it, Scruffy.
We've got to go. We've got to go meet Wilder. And I'm going to start heading in whatever direction Scrappy just pointed.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna avoid the tour then.
All right. Other folks skipping the tour.
Well, I mean, is it the same direction as the tour, or is it?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
The mixing though,
Yeah,
guys.
essentially the tour like the Fudge River goes north. Scruffy has pointed you to a door that goes to the east.
Okay. In that case, since they're not going in the same direction, I'm gonna look at Gills, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you need to free that taffy right now."
Scraps is like, that is not part of the tour. Please remain on the boat, arms and legs inside. Stop throwing that candy, sir.
Well, we
I
are
leave him
still
to
on
Scraps, and it's like, Scraps, he needs to lighten up, and I hand him my bottle of jungle juice that's gonna make him
on
sick.
duty.
Hey, how can you? I don't know about you, but I need a couple of drinks to get it for the morning.
I am not an organic creature. Also,
Gills holds up his hand, and his tail, meanwhile, is grabbing more candy and just zing. Zing.
don't make me call security. This is.
Right.
I'll turn this tour right around.
No.
What are you talking
sorry.
about?
We're sorry. Please pull ahead. Pull. Well, we'll come back.
Gotta come back. Okay.
All right. She takes you to like the next room, mixing room filled with vats of boiling liquid candy, frosty
Nice.
blast freezers, whirling mixers, all very OSHA non-compliant. The machinery is like almost entirely automated. There's two MP's workers who can be seen. They're both asleep in their chairs and loudly snoring in front of their monitor screen. But as soon as you guys come in, they like stop sleeping and start like just tapping away, starting to look busy. Scrap and was a wilder. There's like a screen up on the ceiling, and he appears on there. It's this video recording, and he starts talking about the mixing process and purifying ingredients and melting and mixing with this like paternalistic tinge to it that's like a little like derogatory towards the Umpies and everyone really in general. And the Umpies, as you guys are trying to listen and talking amongst yourself, there's like a little hump here that must go over like a pipe or something. So they're having to like pull you guys uphill a little bit before it goes downhill again. And when it starts going downhill, they slip and they fall down, and the boat starts tipping forward and completely doing a flip. And I need everyone to make a reflex save to dive out of the sides, or you're going to get kind of smushed by the tour boat.
Devin, how old Was a Wilder look on the screen?
He looks like he's like a healthy 40s.
And as we're going up the little ramp here, before I make my reflex save, I'm going to look at our host and I'm going to be like, I thought Mr. Wilder has been in charge of the factory for generations. How come he looks so young?
Candy's good for you.
I got a 6 on that reflex save.
I got a 9.
Are you happy? I mean, maybe you do something real cute.
I think I'm gonna. I might even look cuter if I fall in this chocolate river. So I'm gonna stay with the 6.
All right.
I also got a 6. Oh, continue.
Go ahead.
I got a 9.
Russell, you
10
got
for
a
Gills.
9.
10 for
10
Gills.
for Gills. All right. Is everyone accepting of their roles?
Yeah, we're fallen.
All right.
This is the chance.
Can I make sure to take Scraps down with me?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, you take for that I'll let you so everyone takes 6 damage, but you take 3.
Oh my
Scraps
God.
bears the brunt of it. You
Scrappy
guys
the janitor?
No, Scraps the tour guide lady.
Oh, okay.
Scruffy the janitor's in the last room. The door's closed.
Scruffy.
Yeah, there's Scraps and there's Scruffy.
Got it.
And then up top painting there's Mr. Woolwinchy.
6 damage. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 damage. That was a low roll.
Yeah.
But you guys pull yourself out of the Fudge River in here. The boat completely smushed all 4 of the Umpi's workers. They're gone.
Dead. Killed him.
Gone. Dead. As is Scrap. She's broken into a bunch of fudge covered pieces.
Oh, really?
I am going to frantically look for the Umpies.
Yeah, there's like a tragic moment where one of them is just like coughing. You get him in your arms. He coughs up a bit of fudge before his dying breath.
So there's nobody there anymore besides us.
There's 2 workers who are like trying to look busy. They look over at you in the crashed boat and they're like, they don't know what to do.
You guys didn't see anything.
I'm gonna need the security footage because I'm gonna sue this place.
One of them hits a big red button and klaxons start blaring and going, saboteurs detected in the mixing room. And then they run off to like hide behind some machinery.
Look for a sign on the wall. Do we have a sign in this room that says mixing room?
Yeah, you're in the mixing room.
Can I take a piece of the broken boat and jam it into one of the mixers to try and break the mixer?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. If we're going to be saboteurs, we're going to be saboteurs.
Fair enough. To give you guys a little bit more knowledge about the environment, there's the vats, there's mixers, there's frosty blast freezers. The room you came from with all the pedestals and the painting up top, that was to the south. You see, they're not they're just kind of like labeled with an approximation of a picture. But you're not super close, so you don't know what leads where, but there are 3 other doors here. You came from the south, there's a door to the north, there's a door to the west, there's a door to the east. But the klaxons are blaring, you jam something into there, And from one of the walls, there's kind of like a big tube set into the wall. It opens up, fudge pours out, and you see a team of three robotic silver and blue. They've kind of guard looking units. They've got like these pinching manacle claws, and you can see they've kind of got some kind of gun type weapon that they're pulling from holsters. And they, they go, "Stop saboteurs." So let's roll initiative.
Oh god.
Oh man, I'm a slow dude.
All right, who's got it? Give it to me.
All right, 8.
I got a 18 minus 2 is 16 total.
All right, well, my baddie's got 16, but I always give ties to player. Brendan does that. It's a stellar idea that I stole.
I got
Nick,
a
how
1
about you?
plus 3.
Oh, okay. You'll be at the bottom for sure. Russell, how about you?
17 for Gills.
Ooh,
Wow,
17.
nice.
All right. So you're going first.
Yeah,
All right. What do you want to do then?
Gills wants to grab a chunk of the ship to use as a blast shield and runs to the south.
Okay.
Back,
Where are you
back
guys
towards the
getting?
taffy.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. You're doing that, Matt. How about you?
I am now a chocolate covered blueberry donut, and I am also going to head back to the south. I'm going to stay in the river. I mean, it's like waist high, you said?
For you, because you're a little bit, how tall is your donut person? That's the real
Well,
question.
when he got youth 16 years, he got a little bit
Yeah.
shorter. He's a donut person, maybe 4 feet, I think.
That's
Okay.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's like chest high to you. So it's probably like, I don't know where if your mouth is on the lower half, or if it's mouth on lower half, eyes on upper half, or if
That's a
it's all
very
on the upper
personal
half.
question, bro. I
It's
mean, whoa.
but for you, you're like it's 3/4 covering your body.
Okay. I am going to press on, kind of waiting, jumping,
Okay.
hopping,
All right.
bobbing
It's
in the fudge river.
slower, but you're getting some, fudge cover.
Is Gills going through the river too, or did you find there's no walkway or
He
anything,
said
right?
he got like a piece of damaged, boat. So I assumed he was going outside but using that, but maybe that's a bad assumption.
Whatever the most direct route is. So cover and fast.
Uh Cover and fast would be jumping outside and doing that.
Okay.
All right. So
All
I'm going
right.
to stay in the river, so I'm partially undercover as well.
All right.
He's waiting through.
Then that kind of leaves Bozen and Nick as our obvious targets. Because now it's the baddies. These kind of, they give you in a very authoritative voice, go, "Halt, saboteurs, you're under arrest. Prepare to be taken to Dr. Slugworth."
I assume I'm in the middle of jamming the piece of boat into the mixer. So
yeah, it's a very comical, like, "Stop, saboteurs." Like, oh, me.
I am mid drink of my bottle. Like, what? Oh, sorry.
All
Nick,
right. I probably hit your character. I got a 17 to hit.
for me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. They fire a weapon at you. It is a frozen banana. Hits you straight in the chest. 1 point of damage. But you need to make a reflex save. You might trip.
Oh jeez. 13 plus 1 is 14.
You're good. Yeah. All right. Then another one. Another frozen banana coming for Bozen. Does a 13 hit you?
I have a 13 AC.
All right. Right on the money then.
All
3
right.
points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
And a reflex save, please.
Reflex save. Okay, let's see. 8. Down. I'm on the ground.
The banana hits you hard, frozen banana hits the ground, and then you slip on the thing that just hits you. It's cool and painful.
Ugh.
There are 3 of them, but the third one, he was given some orders and kind of eyeballing you, so he doesn't attack this round. Bozen, your turn.
I get up and I uncork another bottle. This one is made out of a lemon stick blended with batteries. It's a gas generation thing. Let's see what I rolled. My DD die.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm hoping it's at least a 3. A 4. Cool.
A 4. All right.
Okay.
So why don't you
Roll D20 plus
roll,
3.
yeah, D20, and we'll add. Well, just roll a D20 plus 3, and we will add an extra bump on the mutation result level.
So
'cause
I
you
got
a 4.
11 total. And let's see what I got that means for gas generation. Yeah.
That would be a failure, but we're bumping you up because you had a 4 on your die there. So that gets us at least to the minimum result.
Okay. Let's see. Yes, exactly. The concoction of this stuff is just this gross like cloud of vapor, and I blow it in the direction of the person who fired at the banana at me, blinding him. Yeah.
Yes, I see 1d6 right.
6
This
rounds.
like a horrible like hangover
Belch.
burp,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes. Bleh. Yeah.
All right, you get him in. He's struggling. This like smart metal man, he's like trying to blow it away. It doesn't seem to be working terribly well. All right, Nick, your turn.
Okay, so am I close enough that I can engage in melee, or do I have to do a missile attack?
No, you either one.
Okay.
You could get over there and do it if you want. You got a couple buddies retreating though, so up to you.
I don't know. I'm so filled with rage. So I am going to pull out my force baton, and I'm going to charge at one of these things. Yeah. 10 plus 2 is 12.
That'll hit.
All right. And does my force baton function properly?
Yes, it does. Yeah, you went around the field.
Okay.
So no issues there.
I do 5 points, minus 1, 4 points of damage.
Oh, 4 points. Oh, isn't it like 2d6? That must have been a sorry roll.
2d4, but I have a -1 to my strength.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he takes it. He's still up. There's a good dent in him now. All right, then Russell, back up to you.
All right. Do I make it to the room with the janitor and the taffy?
Yes, you do. You are in there. You're like, at the opening of that room. What do you want to do?
I call to the janitor. Let me have your mop. I need your mop.
Like, all right, well, I can't mop without my mop, but if you promise to return it, and he hands it over.
I'll give it right back. And then I just want to swing it around and smash that taffy jar. And next round I will head back.
Okay. You smash the taffy jar. And the taffy goes, I told you, your atmosphere is death to me. Why did you do this? Ah!
You said let me out.
No, I said free me. And I also said your atmosphere would kill me.
Here, I'll dip you in fudge.
I
start rubbing fudges all over
it goes, the fudge helps. The fudge does help.
And then I'll grab the thing and carry it with them up back to the other room to dunk
Put
him
me in the fudge. I'll swim in the fudge. It's way safer than oxygen. I did tell you that. All right, Matt, it's your turn.
Tuwak is going to head back down to the south as well. Might be a little slower, but I'm going to see the mop get taken from Scruffy. Can I hear the taffy screaming once it's released, or no?
Make a will save. Maybe you can. It's definitely in more pain. You do definitely hear Scruffy go, I gotta clean that up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to hear it, but that's going to be a 10 total.
Yes, you do hear it this time. You from nowhere, you hear these horrible screams. Just what I said. I told you.
Oh my gosh! What are you doing? We're supposed to be freeing these workers. What are you?
I am freeing him. He needs the fudge. Just help me get him. Get him the
You're
fudge.
torturing him. Are you a secret agent for Wilder? But anyway, I'm going to talk to Scruffy, and I'm going to be like, Scruffy, we're getting attacked by security bots. Surely you have no way to shut them off or a command to give them that overrides the attack mode.
No, I'm just a janitor.
Janitors know everything.
Well,
You've been through every nook and cranny of this place.
go back to that room. You're making a if you just leave this room and leave my mop, it's already on the floor. Don't mess with it again. You just take my key card. It'll let you get through any door you like. Just stay out of this room. I got to keep it clean. And he hand you this plastic rectangle.
I will take it and give him another Swedish fish. Norwegian fish.
Tips always appreciated.
And then, I'm really looking at that east corridor, but I'm looking at my friends, and I guess I'm going to head back to help them out.
Yeah, you get back in there. That's the whole turn. I'll say, it's the baddies again. They're gonna fire and they hit you. You turn around. You got a swell key card, and bam, banana to the face.
Wait, hold on. Did you even roll? I've got AC too.
Well, I got a 19. I know you're not that good.
Well, you better check with me. Who knows what could happen. I've got partial cover in the fudge.
All right, you do have partial cover, but I think a 19 would still work.
A 19.
All right. Bam, 4 points of damage to the face. See if you make a reflex save and see if you fall down in the fudge. I'll say you can make it a D24 because the banana would probably float on top of the fudge.
I got a 15 on a D20.
All right. Well, the 15 on a D20 is good enough. So that's what you're doing. The kind of one that was bossing the others around. Is gonna try to
wait. I did want to call out one more thing. Sorry, and I meant to do this. I'm gonna hold up the ticket. I'm gonna be like, leave us alone. We've got a golden ticket.
Yeah, the alarms keep blaring something about saboteurs.
Okay.
The next one goes and he tries to make that long range shot at Gills in the back, and he rolls a 1 and shoots like the one that was ordering them around in the head, in the back of the head, and you see that one turns around and starts going, "You're with the saboteurs," and like puts its like clamping manacles on the other one, and so there's this whole that nonsense going on now. Bosun, your turn.
Okay, I get up and I draw my dozer pistol, and I guess I will shoot the one who just shot Twalk in the face with the
Sure.
banana. I'm gonna shoot him with it. Let's see, what do I get? +1, so I was on +1. I don't think it would matter. Oh, 14.
Yeah, that'll work.
And there's a pistol does 1d6. 6 rounds. Wait. What do I roll for that? I'm sorry. This is
It's the Dazer
pistol? Yeah.
I think that's a stunning pistol. So
Okay.
I believe they need to make a.
They need to make a save, right? Yeah. Yeah. DC.
I rolled a 3
Yeah.
So,
okay. 1d6
and I
rounds.
forgot about you had one guy that was like blinded, and that guy also
Yeah.
got a save. He failed that. This guy's falling. I'm rolling horribly.
Oh,
but I'm sure you guys
I rolled
don't mind.
I rolled a 6 in a round.
Okay.
So he's
all right. Yeah. So we'll say there's like one that is like still doing what it's supposed to be doing, and the others, one has like burp gas in its face, and the other is like missed it, shot its commander in the back of the head, and it's now being like manacled and it's dazed and all that, and it's going horribly for them. Nick, your turn.
Yes. I was just reading up on the artifact bonus die, which I was not taking advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I am going to. Are there still two more robotic, or no, 3?
There's 3 total, but like 2 of them are occupied with all sorts of nonsense. So really only one seems to be a current threat.
Okay. I am going after that one with my force baton. and 16, 18.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, nice.
And 4 damage.
Okay. You've like bopped it in the head really good. You can see there's like some sparking going on, but it's hanging on there.
Okay. So yeah, so I bring down, it's got its glowing blue light, and I do 5 points of damage.
Nice. Does your artifact die, is that just a hit, or is that also add to damage?
I couldn't figure that out quickly. It says add an extra artifact die to their artifact checks. Sentinels also add the artifact die to their attack rolls. Yeah, just the attack roll.
Okay, just the attack rolls. Got it. So it's still going. Russell, we're back up top with you.
Once I have Mr. Taffy all packed in fudge and settled down so that he's not dying of oxygen poisoning, I will then move towards the remaining robot so that I can attack. But if I can't reach them in one round, I will just start slinging fudge at their facial features.
Yeah, you're running to and fro. Throw some fudge at them.
That is a natural 20.
All right. We'll say fudge is going to be a D3 of damage, but roll your crit die for sure. This is going to be the deadliest fudge of them all.
All right. So we've got 2 on the D3 and the crit die. I got an 8, but my luck modifier is -1, so that's a 7.
Well, that's all right. The fudge is a strike to his chest that grazes some kind of vital circuitry and inflicts an extra 3d4 damage.
Dang.
Wow.
Chocolate as a deadly weapon. All right, 3d4. That is 1, 5, 6 points of damage from fudge.
All right. Yeah, this is absolutely the deadliest fudge. That robot goes down. The other 2 are kind of doing some infighting. They probably won't be doing that forever. So, but what do you guys do kind of real quick in here?
Let's get out of here.
I'm going to shoot the commander in the back. And then I'm going to head back into the south room because I want to try. So I'm going to try and shoot a blast of radiation at the commander
Okay.
since he's messing around with that other robot. So that is going to be a 18 plus 3 is a 22.
Oh, yeah.
And a 22, he's got to be within 30 feet. So I came back in there at 22. Radiation blast, inflicting 1d12 of damage. Target saves for half. Remains irradiated for 1d6 rounds, suffering 2 points of damage per round.
All right. What's that? Oh, nat 1 on that save. I'm rolling so good.
All right. So let's see here. 1d12 is going to be 8 points of initial damage.
Okay.
And 2 rounds, he's going to suffer that additional 2 points per round.
Yeah, you kind of hear some kind of as he's still going. He's up, but you can see that's nearly taking him down.
And then for my movement, I'm going to head back to the south room to get out of this because that banana to the head kind of knocked me out almost.
All right. Well, Bosun, he's got both of them distracted for another few rounds. Yeah. And actually, that's exactly whose initiative count it is now.
Yeah, I run back with you guys and I yell, let's get out of here before they send more reinforcements.
All right. Nick?
I want to destroy this thing.
The commander's pretty hurt. The commander's probably pretty busted up, but then you're going to have the other robot who
I will grudgingly retreat.
All right, Russell.
I'm going with them unless Mr. Taffy tells me otherwise.
He goes, no, I'll point you to Mr. Wilder. Into the hall, the gallery of famous candies, and through the other door, the third one that you did not go through.
There's a third door. Where's the third door?
Yes, you get like this kind of mental ping in a direction, and it's like over there. It's like in a corner in this room, but you see it there. It was there the whole time. You just not the direction of the tour. So it's
Oh, so it's like the side. Yeah, because the whole thing goes up north and south and north. Okay.
yeah.
What did you say your name was, Mr. Taffy?
I am a Znid.
Asnid, do you know if any of these other
No, I am
candies...
a Znid.
That's what I said, Asnid. Do you know if these other candies can heal you all? Maybe the Vita was a Wilder?
No, that one will make you older. You had the one that made you younger. Don't take that one too many times.
Are there any of them that can make you feel better or cure this busted nose, this busted donut nose?
The Ambigums make you bigger. The hot drops, they will make you feel warm, and you might hurt, but good if you're in a cold spot. The spotty powder, you'll get itchy, but it'll help you out with will and fortitude saves. And then there's me. Don't eat me.
I didn't. I didn't. I saved it.
Well, can I try that piece?
No, he said no eating.
Yeah,
Part
but
of him.
you already ripped it off him.
No, they ripped it off him.
You can't
Here.
put it back on. You ripped it off.
Puts it back in the wrapper and hides it.
You are a sweetie in was a Wilder. He captured me and used me as a basis for much of the candy factory. The mutagenic runoff that poisoned this land in a sense and gave rise to sentient candies and sweets came from me. In a sense, you are my descendant.
Grandpa?
It is alike to cannibalism to eat me.
I shudder at the thought and accept my broken nose and begin heading for the door.
All right. You guys go through and that door, and it you slap your key card against it. You guys are level 3, but you've been in some kind of ruin that has a key card like situation before.
I'm
So
actually going to give the key card to Grolin so Grolin can go first, and I'm going to hang out in the back.
All right. Roland does seem keen to smash and be first in smashing.
I'm here for it.
Yep. You in any last actions for you kind of use it against the door?
No.
All right. You do that, and there's no like guards waiting. The only thing that you can see that you could possibly smash is a very surprised looking woman with lavender skin and like pink taffy hair. She's sitting behind a desk. And there's like a few like special recognition portraits on the back wall. One was Scraps, the tour guide, ripped Scraps. There's some others you don't recognize. There's also this woman here. She's got a special recognition portrait, and she's just behind a desk and looks really surprised and goes, "Oh, the tour folks.
No, we're here to see Mr. Wilder. We have a platinum ticket."
And
May I see it?"
Yes, and I'm going to pull out the golden ticket and do my illusion generation.
Ooh. Okay.
So let's see here. I need to. Well, I'm going to have to add some cuteness to this one. I think, maybe.
Maybe.
That's going to be a 14 on the dice. So let's see. I'm going to add 2. I'm going to add 2d5 on there. Cuteness.
All right. Now 14's enough to get it, but she might make the save. So.
All right. So 14 plus 3 is 17, and 17 plus 1 is 18.
All right. She can be.
Like, but we have a platinum ticket.
She's like, "Oh, so you do. Okay. Let me. It's unexpected, but sure, you have a platinum ticket. That's what you needed.
Not to undermine our position, but I just want to point out the visual contrast of the sweetie with the platinum ticket and me with my force baton, sweating. I'm trembling with rage, and the sweetie pushes in front of me in order to shove the platinum.
And you all got a good bit of fudge on you.
Yeah,
yes.
taking a swig from a bottle, just being chill.
We were taking the boat
yeah.
here, and there was apparently some saboteurs in the fudge room, and there was a fight, and fudge was flying everywhere, and
Barely
we
escaped.
just tried to get here as quick as we could. But he's my bodyguard. That's why he's got his force baton out. He's protecting me. I've got the platinum ticket. I hired him to keep me safe. Come up here and meet Mr. Wilder. And there was a fight, and my guards, they just rushed around me. But you see, I broke my nose.
Oh, well, you wouldn't want to go. You want to put your best foot forward when you see someone important like Mr. Wilder. Do you need medical attention? We have an on-staff, medical facility here.
I am feeling faint. Can you have them come here to us? Oh.
Oh no, you need to be. I'll send for them, and they'll take you there. Yes, absolutely. You probably need to lay down for a while.
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Once we leave the meeting, then
would you like
I'll
a drink? I've buzzed him, and he should be ready about 5 minutes. Would you guys just brief wait? Would you like a refreshing beverage while you wait? And she pulls up, and she's got like a mini fridge that she opens up, and yeah, she pulls out some you found a few of these in some big old cold boxes, big cold boxes before, and they're always so fizzy. She gets 4 of them out on a tray and offers them for each of you.
Yeah. I pour into the blender. I mix it with the molasses a little bit, and I chug it.
Okay.
You gotta give you a mix it. I put a little bit of my bottle in there. Just
Absolutely.
It needs a little kick.
Absolutely does. Anyone else? Maybe not.
I'm gonna take the beverage, but I'm not gonna drink it.
All right. How about Grolin and Gills?
I'm just watching this play out. I'm just fuming.
He also open his big salamander mouth and just dump the whole thing in, and then gargle the bubbles for a second. And
okay.
Then try to keep him from coming out the actual gills.
Okay. You guys do that. Soon Gills and Jan start rising into the air, floating up. And she hits a button on her desk, and the ceiling opens up, air outside. And she's like, oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I frankly grabbed for something.
My prehensile tail's trying to grab the first thing it can down below me somewhere.
Sure. You can make a reflex check with a D24, and Jan can make a normal reflex save.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't have anything there to save me beyond that.
What are you doing? They're floating away. Shut the ceiling.
She's hitting all sorts of other buttons. This machine, it's on the fritz.
Is it a reflex save or what? What did you get?
Yeah, reflex save.
I got a 9.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Right. Nick, you look like you're waiting to say something.
I'm gonna grab her by her taffy hair. And I'm gonna tell her, you're gonna shut this off, or I'm gonna shut it off with your skull.
She looks at you dead in the eyes and hits the correct button, and the ceiling closes.
Are they already outside though?
No, you see, Jan, he gets a leg caught in it. He gets it out soon enough, but he takes a couple points of damage.
Oh god. Okay.
How far he got you down? What's your HP?
I'm 15 out of 24.
Oh, okay. You're doing great.
Yeah.
I take a deep breath and I thank her.
Well, hi guys.
Yeah, and you're down there. You're holding on to the edge of her desk with your tail. And soon after a few minutes, you guys float back down and no longer are levitating. There's other doors in here, and she's just like, Mr. Wilder's that way through the big double doors.
Thank you.
I swipe one more bottle with me.
Yeah, there's like 6 more in there.
I'm gonna take a bottle of the fizz.
Yeah.
All right, I will head for the big double doors.
All right. You open them up. There's a short hall leading to more double doors. In this short hall, there is several Employer of the Year award plaques on the wall with Was a Wilder's portrait. There's kind of a weird that you can see a pretty like fresh-faced youth version of him. You also see old man version of him, and then right before like the final door, there's another fresh-faced version. There's no years or anything like that written on. No one's keeping track of that kind of thing.
As we are walking through, I'm going to casually knock every portrait off the wall.
You just force baton scraping the wall like that.
Awesome.
Right.
Is he in the office?
There's a couple more double doors. Yeah, you open them up and you see them. He's there in the office. He is there's a little green man. Like the statues of him were big. He's a little green man. Gotta be him. Matches the portraits. And he's sitting in this enormous robotic chair that's feeding him candy with some kind of wiry appendage. And he's made to look smaller by his large desk and oversized plaques and wall decorations. He's currently recording notes on the events taking place on his desk, where sits a small glass enclosure where miniature taffy creatures are living. There's also 2 like robocopters, those types, standing at attention in the back of the room.
Mr. Wilder, I'm so excited. It's such a pleasure to meet such an entrepreneur like yourself, someone who built the candy empire from the ground up, the innovative technology and experimenting. I'd just like to shake your hand. I'm the platinum ticket winner.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I have points down to his desk, and it's like covered with screens of a bunch of different rooms. And you can see in one room, there's like a bunch of cow people like in these tiny little stalls, and they've got machines hooked up to their udders. They're being milked and they look horrible. There's, the mixing room. There's all the rooms you've been in and more. There's like docks with, where people are unloading and loading up barrels of candy. He's been watching everything. And he's like, no, you're not. But you are very good at what you do. Have you ever thought of joining management? You seem to be very capable people. If I could convince you to work for me, we could start a new factory, a new candy kingdom in a new mountain or valley. The geography is not a big deal. Whatever kind of area you want to be in, we can make it candy, just like you.
Donut Mountain?
Ah.
What's the pay? What are you offering?
All the candy you want, all the resources there. You'd be in charge of it. You'd be our first franchise.
Even the young candy I can live forever?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You've got
We'll
a
make
deal,
sure.
sir. Put her there. And I'm gonna take a step forward toward him.
He shakes, he doesn't like get out of his chair or something. It's like this hover chair. He just rotates it and reaches his arm out and goes, all right, friend.
And he shakes my hand.
He shakes your hand.
I am going to grip his hand as hard as I can and be like, "Get him, Grolin!"
Like, oh, you got a strong grip. Let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled
Ooh.
another nat 1. So good for
14.
you guys.
Tuwak got a 14 as well. Han can go first.
I got an 11.
9 for Gills.
All right, I just put in our little chat here. But yeah, Bosun, you're up
So
first.
yeah, as I speaking of candy, and I pull up my last potion that I've created in advance, and it's made out of Jolly Ranchers, and it's gonna give me a candy shell, and it's cannabis spell mutation at least, and
All
let's see
right.
what happens. I rolled a 4,
All right. So
and
roll.
yeah,
You know how to do it at this point.
yeah, I got it actually. Oh wow, okay, I got a 18 plus 3, 21 total.
21. And we'll bump it up one up to that 24 to
Wow.
27 thing because you got the 4 on your die there.
Mhm.
So that's an AC of +6 and +4 to fortitudes, but your speed is -15.
And that's okay. I'm just gonna I become this gigantic candy golem like character as I lumber towards him, and that's what I'm at. That's what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm about to punch him with candy fists.
Yeah, hard, candy fist. It's got what flavor is it? Is it just kind of that
Oh,
mush of
licorice!
all the
It's
flavors?
it's
Oh,
it's just
licorice.
nasty, like the most like
All right.
medicinal smelling. It's Ricola basically. It smells like Ricola. It's just
All right. Matt, your turn.
So I'm gonna do a maneuver, kind of like the Stratus faction, Tristratus, doing the head intertwined between the legs, but when I kind of intertwine my legs around his head, I want to kind of flip and come down with my donut center around his arms to pin his arms in my donut hole. So like a grappling technique,
Of course. He's got some kind of like force field up that would sure protect him from damage, but you don't know about like.
I'm holding on to his arm
it's not going to help
already.
out much with that. Yeah. Go for it. Roll.
All right. What is this going to be? Agility?
So it's going to be you're making me look up grapple rules, man.
I think it's a strength check.
I was going to
check.
say. I think it's an opposed thing. I know I add, because I don't have a strength check, I add my fortitude save, and I think you add your strength.
Not too bad, a 13, but I want to make sure this, I want my donut hole to go around him. So I'm at 7 luck. I'm going to use 2 more luck.
Okay.
13 plus, stop spinning, 1 is 14, and another 3 is 17.
Okay. He beats you, unfortunately. I had a 21 because of my nice little fortitude save. So you're like ringing it. It's like a hula hoop balance going around his head for a second, but it's a donut. But then you land on the ground next to him. It looks really cute though.
I don't even get a hold on to him. All right.
Yeah. We'll say you still like. Maybe it's like a light grip now. You're not squashing that hand anymore. In the midst of all that, he's got this like shimmering, just above his skin, like red force field.
Okay.
Actually, it shouldn't be red. It's gonna be purple. It's gonna be light purple. And Nick, your turn.
All right. So this force field,
Mm-hmm.
is it resistant to candy?
You would think it's probably candy is going to be a mundane thing. And you've encountered a few force fields. Usually they're immune to like physical damage and radiation until you like hit a certain threshold, and then they, zap away. There are a few things that can like just bypass them.
Because I would figure since he is a candy guy, he would want unlimited access to candy. And it just so happens that I have a gobstopper that I retained.
That's true.
And so my first attack is going to be to throw it at his head as hard as I can.
Okay. I mean, you're unsure. You're very hopeful, but we got to roll to see.
I mean, the arms were feeding him candy through the force field, right? So
yeah,
they were.
Oh.
All right, so I go running forward and I pull back as hard as I can, and I wing it, and I rolled a 4 plus 3 is 7.
All right.
No luck.
Yeah, it dings off like part of his chair and goes like scattering. It's in the corner behind some like little office plant that's like a little like bonsai cotton candy tree.
In this moment, I feel like a huge disappointment to my tribe.
We've got such great plans, and the dice are not going in our favor.
Well, hey, it's your turn now. They've been hating on me, but we'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. Russell, your turn.
So Gills, he's gonna ask Mr. Taffy, what do we do to stop this guy? And then he's gonna run up and he's gonna try to kick him. He's gonna do like a flying sidekick, right at the guy.
Okay.
And if he misses, he's gonna just stop where he is, and his tail is gonna go, and he's gonna try to tickle the guy under the armpit. And if he hits him, he's gonna try to stuff the tail across his mouth so he can't say anything, because
Okay.
he's pretty sure he giving orders is a bad thing for this guy.
If you can, the taffy thing reaches into your mind and says, if you can disable the force field on his busy boy executive recliner, then he's pretty much just a weak little man.
Busy boy. Okay. Well, then the whole plan changes, and I'm looking for the button on the busy boy recliner, and I'm pushing every button I can and tearing out every circuitry I can.
It'll be a tough one, but if you spend a point of luck and make a combat artifact check, maybe it can happen.
Okay. Combat artifact check for a manimal. I have a
Just a straight D20 combat artifact check.
D20. I get a 16.
Okay.
Not bad.
There's a lot of buttons on here, wires, some of them a little intimidating looking, come out. You think you don't turn it off, but you do find like a handy dandy control panel kind of stuff on the back. But you're not able, but it's underneath that force field, but you locate where it is.
Tap, tap, tap. Okay.
All
Then
right.
my tail. Can my tail tickle him while I'm doing that?
You can try to tickle through a force field.
I will try to tickle him through a force field. D16. I got a 2.
All right. No, you do no tickle damage. There's no laughter to be had. This is a very serious moment. And it's his turn. You're right next to him. There's like a little wire that comes out next to you, Russell. And it starts. What's your AC?
12.
12. I rolled low. I got an 11. It was trying to like jab you with some kind of needle thing. Not friendly. The donut. Walk. A little mandible comes out, grabs you because I got a nat 20. You are gonna take 4 point. Oh no, I rolled the wrong die. I rolled a d6. I need to roll a d8. You are gonna take
4 points.
9 points.
I mean, 4 already came out of your mouth.
I rolled a d6 instead of a d8. It was a mistake. So nine points.
9 points is enough to put me down.
No, I won't bother rolling the crit.
No,
it was going to get worse either
You
way.
have to roll the crit.
All right. It's a 5 on table 3. Let's see how bad it gets.
Need to describe how my donut body breaks apart.
Your nose gets even worse. Smash nose foes and an explosion of blood, but it's blueberry jam or filling.
Yeah.
Extra 1d6 damage, and you lose all sense of smell for 1d4 hours. And you, as a candy person, know smell is essential to taste. This is going to be bad. Your flavor palette is going to be shot for a while. An extra 2 points of damage.
As I go down in my death throes, I'm going to look very cute and say, Mr. Wilder, please let the cows free. Did you know that boys have a diddle and girls have a doodle?
And the 2 guards in the back, let's not forget about them. Because I'm Bose and I know you got so much health. I'm gonna pick on you.
All right.
What was your AC again?
It's 19 now.
Oh, okay. Well, I only hit once then, not twice.
That's fine.
Where's my D5? All right. 2 damage, and
Okay.
you need to make that reflex save.
So
Or
reflex
trim.
save. Oh, geez, I'm not gonna make it. um, a reflex save. Let's see. Oh, 10.
Are you happy with the 10?
No. I guess I'll use 2 points of luck. I mean, I'm just gonna, why not? I have
Yeah,
5
yeah.
six
Yeah, we're here
left.
for about 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Getting up to a 12, you're good.
Okay.
All right, and that's what they do. And it's your turn again, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to engage with the baddies, I guess. I'm just gonna try to get them get their attention, get them to
Sure.
focus on me. I'm just going to what do I have? Let's see. I do have a spear. I'm going to I'm
Here.
gonna try to jam my spear into one of the
Here, I have an idea actually that I'll suggest just because of our time limit. Matt, make a luck check. This is not your roll the body check. Just
Yeah. I got a 5 luck currently. Whoop,
oh,
nice down. Hold on.
well,
All right, let me get that off the floor here. Drop. Let me roll again. I've got a 5 luck, so it's not
It's
a
like he's
lot of
stalling for
success.
time.
That is a 12, so that is a failure.
no. Yeah, the donut hits the floor. No changes. Sorry, Bosun. I shouldn't have interrupted.
Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah, or I can. So you're saying that there was I noticed that Gil was trying to reach under the chair.
Yeah.
Do I
There's like a panel on the back. You see all that. He's shouting what he's doing. But there's a force field in the way. He's not able to get to the part that he thinks could deactivate or maybe just break this.
Wait, I am now technically made out of candy.
You are. You got a big candy carapace.
I reach into the force field.
Okay.
And
you can bypass the force field.
Yes. I jam
it does work.
I jam my hand to a force field, and I'm not that strong, but I'm gonna try to
choke him out.
Yes, I grab him into the sleeper hold, and I'm just straight up choking him.
All right. Let's see.
13. I have 13, so +1 in strength. Is a strength check or?
Sure. Yeah, I get that sounds like we're grappling. You're trying to, I guess, grapple him out of his chair, perhaps.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to yank him off the chair.
It's hard to be. He looks pretty comfy already. Maybe he could fall asleep in that thing.
I mean,
but that's
I'm just
not
choking him right now. Yeah, you know. I rolled an 18.
Oh well, I did pretty good. I got a 16, but point goes to you. You wrench him out of his chair, which still has like a force field on, but now he's out of it. He's on the ground, looking quite defenseless.
This is for talk. I'm just banging his head on the ground,
Sure. So you get him out. Nick, it's your turn. I think for a grappled opponent, I think you get a +1 die to hit him.
Is it
or +2?
I thought I would take +1d. As
all right,
+2.
let's give you that. It's more fun. This ain't rules is written. We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So I come in with my force baton, see him restrained, light that sucker up, and bring it down on the skull. I got a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, a dirty 20 or
dirty 20.
Okay, all right. I would have still given you a crit if it was a regular 20. Yeah, take him. Do your thing, mate.
All right.
And hey, I don't know why your force baton said 2d. You're on your sheet. It says 2d4.
Yeah. Oh,
the damage.
2d8.
I just looked it up and I was like, I need to do something more. Yeah.
All right.
2d8, man.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus my strength. +2.
Okay.
13 points damage.
Oh, he's like you've broken, and he tried to restrain himself. You've broken something on him.
I lied.
Oh,
it was a -1 to strength. So
okay,
so actually 10 points.
Still 10 point. He's still alive, but he's looking Terrible.
Good.
Russell, your turn.
All right. I will just revert to my animal instincts and claw him and wrap my tail around his throat and choke the air out of him.
All right.
So my claw attack is a plus 115. The
That
tail
works.
attack is only an 8.
Did you roll one die up on the chain?
No, I did not.
Go ahead and do that. Let redo it one die up on the chain for each of those. Might change things for the worse, but might change them for the better.
I got a 19 in that case.
Okay. All right. Well, do some damage then. Show me what you got.
Okay, D4 for the claws, 4 points of damage. And what should I use for the choking damage?
Let's do, I guess, a D3. It's an unarmed thing, so we'll call it a D3.
Okay.
Plus strength.
That will be 3 additional points of damage.
That is 1 point over how much health he had. He's a very small man. Is that force field keeping him safe? But you uncovered something pretty nice there. You choke him out. His robo guards have no one left to guard. So they kind of deactivate, go into an inactive state again. And the taffy thing says, the little taffy, this isn't it. It goes, you've done it. Here, if put me in the chair. I've sourced his knowledge and all his thoughts for so long. I can run this place and I can free all the manimals but you will soon have to go take care of Dr. Slugworth. There's some clones in there. That's how there's a very young, nascent version of Wazawater they're trying to do a quick start on. They're trying to activate that sucker really fast. You're going to need to go just take care of that. Nip it in the bud.
Oh, okay. Pick up the taffy ball packed with fudge, stick it in the chair.
All right.
Well,
and so I've been down for 1 round. I still have 2 rounds. If you guys could find some chocolate healing anywhere in here from some cows, maybe.
Yeah.
I am very concerned that this taffy guy is just gonna become the new
absolute power corrupts. Absolutely correct.
Yes, and so I on the other hand want to take my C cell and I want to jam it somewhere in this command console and I want to blow it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I will go look for something to resuscitate Quark.
Sure. Why don't you make a luck check just to do a really quick search around the room?
Oh geez.
Yeah, I know. Roland, I mean, you don't have very long, so it's got to be luck. This is not a thing of
no, I can't
intelligence.
find. I got 13.
All right.
Yeah.
Roland, it isn't. You are acting very much in your nature. You've become quite an expert at using old leaky batteries to blow things up, making impromptu bombs out of all sorts of untold things. The hover recliner, falls down, hits the ground, and the snid is like, "What did you do? There's no way to control the factory anymore. The candy process will end."
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm taking it down.
All right. Just start wrapping things. Russell, do you want to help out with, or what is your character maybe up to in this very quick amount of time?
After getting the taffy man into the seat, I would be looking for something to resuscitate the donut or carrying the donut off to the fudge room to get something to eat.
Okay. Well, if you're doing a real quick look over things, make a luck check.
That's 7 over 5. That's a fail.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not lucky yet.
Yeah, you guys don't find anything to help out. You're looking around. You're like, "Hey, Grolin, I found your gobstop." your infinity gobstopper. But nothing to really help.
I'm fine with dying. I just wanted to know what the new milk chocolate did.
It's
It was good.
manimals. Oh,
It's made out of animals.
it's made of manimals.
But I mean, they're
Milk.
milking it right here, right? So the milk has got to be, in containers or something, right in the room.
Is there? I mean,
And it's in have Twalk make perhaps one final luck check. You're at 5, so 25% chance.
This is true. Well, or they can roll the body. So I might still be.
Well, I mean that's what we're doing here. We're rolling the
Okay.
body.
Don't let's roll easier, right?
Bro, I kid you not. Like, I'm not even gonna touch it. You saw my hand. Like, let's see. Can you see that?
I can see that. That's one.
Wow.
One. All right.
Like-
You guys at first you flip the donut, but then you roll it, and then he just gets back up on his feet. He's all wobbly.
You
But he's
rolled
up.
it in sprinkles, and the sprinkles pulled it back together.
My face, my nose. I can't smell anything. What happened?
Yeah. There's like the bandage you would put across a broken nose, but it's a couple sprinkles.
ugh.
All right,
we
this is a place
win?
of abuse and torture. I'm taking it
Why?
down.
Why is the taffy sitting in the chair? Why does he look so maniacal?
You guys, I lost where my print off pages were, but it doesn't matter. We'll all wrap it up right here. You go over to the medical facility, you find these vats where they were, there's like one Umpi's person who's being like brainwashed to love was water. No, this is a good place to work. You get him out of there. He's still believing it. He's still fully believing it, maybe with enough time. But you destroy the vats. I'm sure that's going to happen. I don't know what you do with Dr. Slugworth, who's like a slug manimal. He's got some robo nurses.
What happens to the taffy? Because he's slowly being poisoned, right?
He needs to go like live. You guys could take one of the other pedestals in the main area and tuck him in there. So he's basically in a glass ball again, in a glass like vacuum container once again. And he talks about going back into the stars, but he has no way of doing that. You don't know how to help him. That's a quest for another day.
I feel like Russell and the taffy really bonded.
They might go together.
Yeah, but
I'll
I think
take
the taffy is just,
My
You
last
take him
act
with you.
my last act is to free the chocolate cows and take them back to my village where they will be cherished.
There's one like cow in there that it's been like spliced with Umpi's DNA or something, and he's too far gone. You have to put him down. It's tragic, but you all understand how things are sometimes in this harsh world. But there's 23 other cow ladies, manimals that you take them back to your village to rest for a while, but they have their own herd to get back to. They need to go find the running of the bulls out there.
We'll roll Slugworth. We need to roll him in salted caramel, and then we'll take him in the spaceship whenever we leave.
Well, you don't have a spaceship. You got to go find one.
Quest for it. Yes.
Yeah, you got to go quest for it.
We have all the time in the world because I'm going to take all the Wilder Vita.
Oh yeah, you guys. There's a lot of it to take. And you probably would take the other stuff too to age you back up. The taffy, though, it's pretty ticked off at not being able to control the plant. It does kind of warn you. You can like unbirth yourself essentially if you take too much and get too young. So be careful. But Candy Mountain is free. There is no factory. I mean, there's a factory, but it shuts down. There's nothing to control it.
Yeah.
It could work, but people have to figure out how to do everything manually now.
Yeah. You see Jan just like hanging out with Scruffy, the custodian.
Mhm.
It's just like, well, it looks like you're off the clock now, aren't you? And then I hand him a
Right.
bottle.
They're like, yep, off the clock.
And then I pass him, just have a couple of drinks. We're good.
This stuff is pretty
This
It's strong.
It's an acquired
Wow.
taste. Acquired taste. Yeah.
Tuwok
I
is gonna
acquired
be
it at a
selling-
young age, actually.
Tuwok is going to be selling golden tickets in the alleyway to the workers who are depressed from not having a job, and they just want to tour, they reminisce from their old lives.
Mhm.
And even as harsh as it was a place to call their own, and now they're just
Mm.
abandoned and homeless. So I'm going to be selling golden tickets like drugs
Yeah.
in the back alley.
I mean, they've got homes in this little shanty town, so they're not homeless, but they don't know what to do. A lot of them, it goes into a more rural life. They stop being factory workers and they have to take up farming, which many of the Sweeties are already familiar with, having not been welcome in the factory for work. So it's a plain lifestyle. Do you guys stick around to try to do anything about that candy dragon, or are you like, that's somebody else's problem?
Man, I feel like we got a lot of power right now. We got a sentient taffy and all kinds of candy. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for going to checking out the dragon.
Yeah.
If I felt that it was a way that it was something to protect my people, I would
It
pursue
looks
the
like you'll
dragon.
probably go after your people eventually.
Yeah.
Definitely
And-
protect the people up here at least.
Yeah.
I mean, we would tell Grolan the rumor that the dragon, oppressed one person, and that person is trapped in
You
a
go right
cave,
after
and
it.
that would be enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's oppressing people with his frosting breath.
There's a
Uh,
princess trapped in the candy cave.
Someone mentioned rolling Dr. Slugworth in salt. Was that to the intent to kill him, or what did become of him at the end?
Salted caramel, just so it's a
Okay.
slow, painful death.
Okay. But it is a death. All right. Okay. There's medical facilities there, but he's gone, and the robot nurses, factory's inactive, and they deactivate as well eventually. But maybe you can get it, rig one up one day. You can have some some real medical attention again. You guys are also able to make the whiskey fountain flow freely. And the land is filled with the beauties of diabetes and cirrhosis. But that is the very condensed version of the Technomancer of Candy Mountain. Seemed like y'all had a lot of fun. I hope y'all I think at least three of you guys mostly judge instead of play. I hope you guys had a really fun time.
Yeah, no, it was
That's
a good time.
Thank you.
Stefan, do you got a link? Do we got a link yet? When is it coming out again?
This Tuesday, about 10 a.m. Central, I'm gonna open up that Kickstarter. So be there, people. There'll be like a day one deal, first 48 hours. You can select that tier and get a free patch that has like a patch version of this T-shirt that says "No WotC, no Masters." You can also get the T-shirt, but the patch will be free on day one. That'll be it. Thank you guys for being here.
Do we get an advertisement on who did the art or the maps or anything like that?
Well, we got someone here who did a little bit of art, Bosun.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I did I had a couple pieces in there, including the cover for the multiverse.
Yeah, Marvels of the Multiverse. We got a giant space squid. That cover art is about the 2-hour funnel that's supposed to run in 2 hours. That's in that scene.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you can catch me on the socials. Instagram / Typical Breakfast usually is where I reside. I have the Twitter, same thing, and great. Thank you. This is fun.
Thanks for running the game, Steph.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was awesome.
thank you. Thank you. It was lots of fun.